moved through the land of India, it was plummeted into 2,500 years of complete darkness. They destroyed almost all of their remaining written history, and before it was over, the people that were left were assigned a new language.
Aryan tribes began to enter India with new gods and a new language.
In the ancient Indian text known as the Vedas, it not only describes their actions as they move through the territories, but it also describes Zeus as the god of thunder. It describes him as the god of fire.
North India, led by the god of fire, burning forests, looking for new lands.
After the complete domination of this territory, they forced the descendants of Poseidon into the corner where they reside now, as they began the building of the Great Wall of China in 656 BC.
The Great Wall is magnificent. There's no question about it. It's worth all the hype. Few things match its ability to take you back in time or awe you with its combination of human sacrifice and engineering. Steep steps and occasional 45-degree inclines will set your legs on fire, but making your way up to a guard tower is well worth it.
In Genesis 16, it tells a story of how Abraham had a son by a slave named Hagar. God then commands Abraham to expel Hagar and the child into the wilderness because God promised to make a great nation out of him. This branch became the Muslim religion.
You get rid of that slave woman and her son. For that slave woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son, Isaac.
The matter distressed Abraham greatly because it concerned his son. But God said to him,
"Do not be so distressed about the boy and your servant. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of the servant into a nation also."
The star in the middle of this symbol is the star of Athena, the daughter of Zeus, and it is the representation of the planet Venus. You will find this star on many flags, and common sense tells you that it is not there because the world only had one flag maker that knew how to make only one star. They seeded almost all nations. Entered the age of the Savior, Jesus was born. He was born as the age of the Savior appeared in the sky, and his symbol was the sign of Pisces, the two fish.
Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish and looked up into heaven.
After Constantine convened the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, they destroyed, mutilated, blinded, burned, and tortured everyone and their children for worshiping the sign of the previous age or the idols of the descendants of Poseidon. And because the Jews did not know that the actions of this bloodline were based upon the precession of the equinoxes, they were left behind. That is why they still blow the ram's horn today.
Kia Shvarim Trua Kia.
By 391, under orders of the Vatican, the decree of Theophilus was issued by Christian Emperor Theodosius I to destroy all pagan temples. The Library of Alexandria was built in 295 BC as the Temple of the Muses. It was the main research center in the world for the study of the cosmos, the order of the universe, astrology, the work of the devil.
Of that legendary library, all that survives is this dank and forgotten cellar. It's in the library annex, the Serapeum, which was once a temple, but was later reconsecrated to knowledge.
The Alexandrian Library was once the largest library in the world, a bibliophile's greatest dream come true. At its highest point, the library held over 700,000 scrolls. It is difficult to imagine what history would have been like if the scrolls were still around. Some people say that we would have had a renaissance in the Dark Ages, and that our technology would be 500 years more advanced if this triumph and tragedy had survived.
Sorry.
One of the first things we remember is the first Christian crusades, which began in 1095 to rid the Holy Land of infidels, better known as the Jewish people, the slaves of the previous age. German crusaders ripped thousands of Jews from their hiding places and homes to chop them up or burn them alive in order to destroy the remains of the previous age. After traveling 2,000 miles to Jerusalem, these crusaders nearly killed everything